Hey guys, RinKa plays here, and today we're playing a game called Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. So previously I have played the demo of this game and I did like it, so I think I did play through chapter 1 previously, but let's redo that, well, basically again. I see her in my dreams. Her, that house on the edge of a cliff. Everything changed after reading that letter. The one bearing her name, my old love, Lilith. 5 years ago, on a dark night, they took her from that house, executed her for black alchemy. I was the one who turned her in, but now she's calling me back to the house. Wants to bury her breath in my sins, but how? That's what I have to find out. Welcome home, my love. For past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber, there's a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it, yet you may know the power it holds, enough to alter all of the Gaia. A womb for gales to blow out of, but you come here, you wait standing in the heart of twilight, silently, eyes shut. 5 years later, once again, you stand at the door to his house. A letter clutched in your hand. Well, let's read the letter. The raindrops fall on the paper, landing with soft patters. Patters? Not patterns? Okay. You grip the letter tightly with both hands, keeping it from being blown away by the wind. The silvery moonlight trapped between the clouds shimmers across the ink spilled from a woman's hand. You read the lines again, and again, and again. My love, if you're reading these lines, it means there's still something inside your heart that belongs to me. As I have always told you, death is far too ordinary a thing to keep us apart. I will give birth to our creation in our home, beneath the place we once shared. You must be with me, inside me, because our creation cannot be left undone. Turn back, pass through the dark, complete us. We were always meant to be one, and we still can be, my love. As long as you have the courage, as long as you do not fear, I'm waiting for you. In the never all, Lilith. Could this really be true? Lilith? Is she truly alive? You want it to be true, don't you? You want to hear that Lilith, the woman you left for dead 5 years ago, still lives. You long to feel her love again. Yet, there's question that won't let go of your mind. If she truly lives, how much of her is still her? I don't know that. The question, unanswered, keeps growing in your mind. Your gaze drifts into the distance, as if the answers might lie out there. For but a moment, the clouds part, and the moon's silver light spills across the sea. Each and every shimmer scatters into 1,000 fragments, but you remain still, all your limbs stiff with awaiting. Standing before the door of the house, perched on the cliff, beaten by the waves. Why here? Why would Lilith call me here? Where else could it be? This is where the two of you began, that wooden house, on the cliffs by Livber's shore. This is where you first held each other, your first night, your first love, and your first lies, all buried here. This two-story novel, raised upon your memories. I guess I can never escape my memories, can I? They will find me in the end. Unfortunately, you think your memories reside in your mind, most do, but in truth, they are fragments, bits flaking off the world around you, carried by the wind, rain, sun, and pale moonlight. They slowly gather around you. They mix with air and you breathe. They seep into your body and carry you somewhere else. Truly carry you. They keep doing it until you are convinced you have moved on. Are you saying I never really left this place? These questions still have no meaning, and neither do the answers, but in time, they will. You shouldn't stay out in the rain any longer now. Yeah, let's knock on the door. Mao? Just as your hand reaches the door, you hear Yell's voice from beyond the threshold, the winged Bacter cutie, a domestic bacterium believed to hail from the Sky Nation due to its non-fictional wings, who never truly leaves you and never truly belonged to you. Her white fur glows as if soaked in light, not rain. She spreads her wings and leaps swiftly towards you, landing at your feet. She shakes the droplets from her coat, then she sits back on her hind legs, head tilted, amber eyes watching you with curiosity. Meow. Lean down to pet Yell. Murmur. Yell gently brushes her head against your feet. Wait, what's that? Shining? Interesting. Yell gently brushes her head against your feet. Then she stops before the door. She looks up at it. With a soft stroke, she traces the doorframe with her paw. Then she turns her amber eyes to you. Well then. The wind falls silent for a moment. You hear the waves of the sea easing in the distance. Far, far away, the flash of lightning strike blinds you, but its thunder never reaches your ears. The raindrops hang, faithless, in mid-air. Yell glances at you one last time and spreads her wings. Then leaps into the shadows between the rocks. Your fate embraces you. Open the door. The door creaks open, but even you don't know what it is you hope to see, do you? Your guild has chased you all the way here, and at last your sins have caught you. I'm ready to face my past. No, you wish you were. As you crack the door open, the air brushing against your face is stale and musty. The sweetness of tall flowers mixes with the scent of something burned. It pulls you back to that festival day, to the moment you first met Lilith. And then you see her, standing beneath the dim light, like she's been torn from the heart of this house. You lose your breath. A chill crawls up your spine, and you freeze. It takes you a moment to realize your knees are trembling, whether from fear or excitement, you cannot tell. A whisper slips from your lips. Lilith. She doesn't see you. Bend slightly over the table. Wait, it shines again. Bend slightly over the table, trying to light a candle, just as you remember her, Lilith, the ghost of your past, your greatest lie and sin. Is this really Lilith? You stare stunned at the woman who stands before you, should be dead. Her hair no longer shines like it did at festival night. Reddish-brown strands fall over her shoulder like wet strings. Her skin is sallow, a ghost-like paleness in her eyes. The moment she turns her head and you meet them, another hollow question slips from your lips. How? Yeah, indeed. You remember. The festival night, a warm breeze carries the city's aroma far away. You to slip away from the crowded seats. The early black's crimson glow wraps Lilith's hair like a fairy halo. The noise of celebration fades behind you. Right there, you hand Lilith a bouquet of white olive flowers. She looks deep into your eyes. She smiles. Tossing her hair back, she asks the same question. White olive flowers. How did you find these? There's nothing I couldn't find for you. A beautiful lie, told so well, even you believed it yourself. My love. She looks at you, as if about to say something. A pained smile touches her lips. The silence hangs between you. You have finally come. 5 years later, you. How could you write this letter? With my love, of course. With the love I hold for you. Each letter carried by my blood. Don't pretend you didn't feel it. You knew. I whispered every word to you before, my love. What I hear now is what I heard back then. You're wrong. You never told me any of this. This is not the time for accusations, my love. After all these years, after seeing you again, come, sit. As the candle flickers, you think you see a brief shadow of hatred flash across Lilith's face, as if beneath her skin, another face is waiting. No, I want it before you give me an answer. Is it really you? Lilith slowly approaches. You now see her eyes more clearly than ever. Something writhes behind her gaze. Her body leans towards you, getting closer. You feel the sweet aroma rising from her skin, her warm breath brushing against you. My love, do you truly not recognize me? This is just a game. All of this has to be an illusion. An illusion? Her smile spreads across her face. If only it were, my love. If only it were, my love. Then perhaps I would wake up in the night you left me. But here you are. So, shall we eat? Sit in the chair. I really put in the work to make tonight perfect. I wanted certain things to be flawless for our reunion. After you have left me to rot, it's been... She pauses for a moment, looks out the window where the moonlight falls. You thought I should have died. I know you did. After I made you that offer, after I told you that we had to become one, our souls, my love. We had to piece our souls together and bind them with that alchemy ritual. You expected me to pay the price for your madness, Lilith. I said no because you had decided to destroy me. I had to make a choice. Her hand, holding the fork, freezes in mid-air for a second as the silence stretches. Lilith's breathing deepens. Ha ha! My madness? I offered you love. Only love. A love so deep that even death couldn't end it, but you were afraid. Afraid to be with me beyond never all. You betrayed me. Did you think I wouldn't know? When I told you about a black alchemy ritual, when I spoke of piecing our souls together to crown our love. You saw my blood, heard my screams, you saw me vanish into the dark of the waters. Let's remain silent, I guess. She turns her face towards you, and it darkens with hatred, with rage, with something darker, and with something even I cannot name. Her skin ripples, as if 100 tiny things move beneath it. You cannot tell if it's real or just the candles flickering, light playing tricks on you. Then, just as quickly as it came, the moment passes. Lilith slowly leans back. No, you didn't even know what you wanted. Ha! How simple your little brain thinks, my love. And still, you called it imprisonment. The splendor I saw, you called it madness. The happiness I offered. My dearest, I know you're afraid, because my love forces you to become who you truly are. Don't worry, I am always with you. The wooden walls of the house groan under the assault of rain, driven harder by the wind. The sea crashes against the cliffs, then pulls back into itself with a hiss of white foam. Darkness spreads ever outward beyond the horizon. For a fleeting moment, you wish you were out there, on the deck of a ship bound for somewhere you cannot see. Too little, too late. Your madness will break both of us, Lilith. It already has, my love. Just like those paintings you love so much. Ha ha ha. It's not my madness. Oh no, no. It's your cowardness. Nothing more than a diseased reflection of faded memories in your mind. Like this place, like me, like you. Go on, eat porf meat. Porf? A sacred animal in Cardia. I cooked it just the way you like it. It wasn't easy, but it melts slowly on the tongue. When the fat coats the roof of your mouth and slips beneath your tongue, you'll taste the herbs. Giggles. Porf meat? Strongly driven, they have long manes and specialized pincers used for communication. Strongly driven by a sense of belongings, they bond only with certain humans. When threatened, they can secrete a toxic chemical. Oh no, then definitely not. Gods, porf meat? Lilith, you have completely lost it. That's the porf. After the festival where we first met, and that first night when you told me you loved me, we saw a porf. Remember? It was magnificent. Its mane was long and beautiful. You remember, don't you, my love? Afterwards, we spent to get something to eat. We went to get something to eat. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You were mesmerized by that creature. You kept going on about how beautiful it was, how bright its mane shone, how proud it stood. Did you really think I could tolerate that, my love? That first night we met, we didn't eat any. That first night we met. We didn't eat anything, Lilith. No! She slams her hands on the table, leaning forward, her face contoured with rage, her eyes wide and unblinking, bore into you, burning with intensity. No, 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 that's exactly what we ate. You told me how much you loved me, how we would never be apart. Do you remember what else you said? I said it didn't matter that you came from a different class? That's what you said, isn't it? I remember how your mother looked at me the first time we met, like I was discussing insect or worse, a bacter, born from the third slash between light and dark within cosmic never all. These sentient life forms range from feral beasts to those capable of forming packs with humans and living in guilds among their own kind. If I wasn't born a noble in Cardia, I was nothing to her. And you didn't stand by me. Lilith doesn't take her eyes off you. Every motion she makes to cut the pork meat with her fork shakes her entire body. Her head tilts slightly, the candlelight slipping through her crimson hair. Silky strands swing gently back and forth. Your gaze shifts downward. You realize she's not slicing the meat on her plate, but pressing the blade into her own forefinger with all her strength, blood mixing with the meat below. Let's maybe step back. As you suddenly try to step back, the table leg scrapes against the wood. Your knees slam into the underside of the table. What's wrong, my love? You. Lilith's eyes follow your gaze to the porcelain plate in front of her. After a brief pause, she picks up a scrap of paper from the floor and presses it to her bleeding finger, and then, in the blink of an eye, she's suddenly right beside you. Ah, love, my love, if only you knew how happy it makes me to see you worry about me, but it's just a small cut, don't fret. Did you cut yourself too deeply? How could you be so careless, Lilith? Her vacant eyes blink, then find yours. What did you say? Oh, I'm fine. It's just, I never told you how my mother died, did I? She was addicted to doping. Some said she was obsessed, but I never wanted to believe that. I must have been 7 when she had her final episode. Her stash was all empty, so she thought she could drink what remained in her own blood. When they found her, she had drowned in herself. Tragic. Though I used to think it was funny, but now I understand why she did it. Why? Because some obsessions are meant to consume you. They have to go deep. They have to become a part of who you are, like you, like me, or like you becoming a part of me. You understand, don't you, my love? You must be inside me. Neither of us is complete until we're one. Shells within shells, voids. The candle flickers, rain lashes against the windows. You listen until the soft patter of every drop echoes in your ears. Lilith's breath mingles with yours. Slowly, she circles around you and slips into the darkness. The woman watches you, unblinking. She waits, impatient for you to eat. I can't put up with this madness any longer. Do you think you can defy fate? From the beginning, we were destined to be one. Neither you nor anyone else can stop this. Never, never, never. Head for the front door, of course. Standing up, your head spins. You steady yourself and move towards the door. Behind you, Lilith gasps. Just as your trembling hands reach the door, Lilith blocks your path. Eyes wide madness, mouth agape. She clutches the knife she had used to cut the meat, instinctively tense up. Lilith, don't be ridiculous. Wait, that's the knife. Get out of my way, you don't have to to this? Let's say you have completely lost your mind. I haven't finished what I have to say, my love. Everything is ready for our souls to unite. We only have to die together. Let's try to say, I wish I could have saved you from this pain, Lilith. Rain pounding against the windows intensifies. Lightning briefly illuminates the paintings, fresh and glistening as if just painted. Your eyes drift towards the pork meat. It softly moves on the bloodied plate. I can't let you leave, my love. You haven't finished your meal. I didn't come here to eat or anything. You have lost your mind. You have changed. You're part of me, in my body, my heart, my soul. Do you understand? You're mine, my love, mine. I can't lose you again. On her maddened face, there's a terrifying grin mingled with dread. Veins bulge on her forehead. The whites of her widened eyes are bloodshot. Her grip tightens on a knife until her knuckles widen. She steps towards you. Stop! Lilith's crazed eyes bulge as if ready to burst from their sockets. Beneath her aged clothes, her chest heaves violently with each breath, then suddenly, her skin splits apart like parched earth around an ever-blowing whirlwind on a distant island nation. Her cheeks, mouth, hair, your last shred of rational thought screams at you, run! Your feet recoil in a archaic reflex, and you stumble over one of the books scattered on the floor, crashing down. For a brief moment, yellowed pages spill out across the ground from the fallen book. You catch glimpses of your own drawings, a dining table, and a woman clutching a knife, but there's no time to focus. Struggling to your knees, you crawl deeper into the house. That's when you remember there's a passage leading from the basement to the cellar door outside. Let's go then. To the cellar, I must get to the cellar. There's nothing left to separate us, my love. From the darkness of the corridor, Lilith's voice emerges, scarcely taking shape in her throat. It carries the strangeness of an extra-Gaian creature that seems to have only just learned how to speak. You sprint and finally reach the cellar door. Gaian, a windswept world of 15 island nations, home to unique races and cultures. Reach for the door. Gripped by sudden terror, you seize the cellar's cold handle, expecting a hand to clutch your shoulder at any moment as footsteps grow louder down the corridor, but it never comes. As you push the door open, a wave of dampness and a no-setting stench of things that should long have been dead hits you in the face. Stepping through the doorway, you slam it shut. As you bolt the door behind you, an abysmal silence and darkness wrap around you. There is that door, the one leading down to the basement. It has to be there, the cellar hatch that opens to the outside, freedom that's behind that door. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Oti et intelligo, quaere it facem fortasse requiris, nescio sed feris sento et beatus sum. What? Echoes deep within. Okay. So, Act 2. Yeah, that's where the demo previously had ended. In the dark, you pause a moment. Your mind strains to grasp what this is. Lilith, food, creation. The dust and creak of boards mingle with your hurried breath. Beneath your feet, stairs descending. Wait, what's that? What's shining? I do not remember the basement stretching to this far end. Blue light? Why does it feel so familiar? Anything else we can inspect? No. Where am I? Try to examine. Where am I? Try to examine your surroundings. When the basement door closed, you felt yourself pulled into the void. Now, beneath your feet, wooden steps leading down. The basement. Could I find a way out through the basement? Once, on a sunlit morning of the first Circad, a time cycle marking a 3-year period on Gaia, divided into early, mid, and late Circad phases based on labor intensity, You saw Yell descend these very basement stairs. You followed after, finding her scratching at a hollow in the corner. When you drew near, you saw it was a hatch opening outwards, old, broken, hinges rusted. When Lilith saw it, she grew fearful. Could I use this hatch? You could try. In the end, do you have any other choice? Do I remember what it looked like? Yes. A hatch made of wood, round, wedged among the stones of the wall, plastered with mud. You hardly noticed it before or after. I could use it to get out. Go down the stairs. The wooden steps groan beneath your tread. Their cries, like the house itself, are bitter shrieks. From unseen depths rise a heavy moan, the stink of mold and damp. One step, another, you go down. Open the door slightly. You rise from the dark as the basement stairs sink into abysmal silence. Your steps find a solid ground, old memories. You remember the rooms beneath this house you once shared with Lilith, but like everything else, this place feels unfamiliar now. Lilith. Her dread is still fresh, sharp, and ripe. Crystals growing between the stones in the wall cast a faint, pale light. When you lift your head, you see the two doors standing tall in the wall ahead. Okay, what's this? An almost torn apart book. There are bloodstains on it. The writing in it are unreadable. Could this book really belong to Lilith? In this room where everything has decayed and fallen apart, the only thing still standing is this table. There is a portrait on it. It must be one of my drawings. What's that? A florid crystal forced into the wall. This is what buries the room under blue light. But how could a florid crystal end up in Livber? Yeah, interesting. Okay. I have to get out, look at the door, examine the surroundings. Let's examine, maybe. Gods, I don't recognize this place. Where am I? Examine the surroundings. As your eyes adjust to the crystal's pale glow, you survey the chamber. The stone walls drip with dampness, cloaked in moss. When you listen closely, you hear the crash of waves hammering the cliffside beyond. Knowing a world still awaits outside grants you a fleeting comfort. On the wall to your right, two circles are carved. Harsh lines slash between them, refusing union, drawn with hateful strokes. Before the wall where the crystal is emmed, a rotting wooden table leans into decay. On it rests a broken frame, coated in dust. On the floor, a melted candle, and a blood-stained shredded journal. Examine the candle and the journal. You step among the scattered parchments and torn books, reaching for the journal fragment beside the candle. It crumbles in your grasp. You open it carefully. The bloodied crypt is unmistakable. Lilith's hand, most of it is unreadable. But in the final pages, you can make sense of some hastily scrawled words. I'm shaping her. She will be complete, at last. Is there any other way? No, no, no! It will be perfect. We will be complete. Together, we will complete with him. Keep examining. Lilith, what other twisted lunacies did you carve into these pages? Keep examining the notebook. Words are not enough. I need something deeper, more physical. Here, in the basement of the house we once shared, I have hidden something of his. While he wanders around the house, he suffers his greatest regret in its deepest place. Should I tell him that she is not dead? The journal has been scratched, gouged, bloodied, as though Lilith needed to make her devotion visible. No matter how you try, there is a little more to glean from the crumbling pages. You let the journal fall. The air grows heavier. Your ears begin to ring. What else are you hiding in the room? Lilith, approach the frame on the table. What? Despite the weight in your skull, you stagger to the table, lift the broken frame. Beneath the dust, it is a picture you once drew, but the figure in the portrait has been furiously defaced, ringed with a mad crawl, defaced. Bodies. We must be rid of the bodies, of them, of everything, of all that falls to unite us, even of you, my love, my love, my love. Take a closer look. As you lean closer to study the picture, you hear the basement door at the far end of the stairs creak open. Lilith's twisted, ragged breath drifts all the way to where you stand. I need to get out of here. I have to find a path to the cellar doors fast. You push aside the books, scattered parchments and broken wood with your foot, and step closer to the doors. To the left is an iron door, rusted with the weights of years. Upon it is a symbol, old and long since stripped of meaning. The other door is heavy, made of damp wood. It creaks faintly, as though breathing. Let's, I don't know, go to the wooden door? When you open the iron door, I opened wooden door. What? When you open the iron door, the sour stench of sweat and decay greets you. Fearing Lilith might be close behind you, you step inside and quickly shut the door. You look around. Like before, the room is bathed in the uncanny blue glow of crystal embedded in the wall. The air hums with expectation, and then a voice. Remember me. Look towards the source of the voice without responding. When you turn towards the voice, you see a young woman standing motionless in the corner of the room, her skin clinging tightly to bone. If not for her eyes, bright and piercing deep into your soul under the pale light, you might have mistaken her for a still silhouette of the statue. But then, she tilts her head, just slightly, and in that moment, you see it more clearly. There's something in the woman's eyes, something you once knew, something you once loved. Wait a second. I know you, finally. She made me. Free beginning to end, yes. What? Who did this? Was it Lilith? Shh, don't say it. If you speak her name, she will come. The young woman, hearing Lilith's name, presses herself against the wall. She pulls her shoulders inward, her eyes fixed on the door behind you as she speaks. I had to be good. I mean, beautiful. I had to be. Yes. When she pulls back, the crystal's light reveals her more clearly. A scar runs from beneath her neck up across her cheeks to the hairline. Her skin is stretched tight, as though cut and sewn back together along those lines. Her eyelids are gone, her chin just to a strange sharp point, just as you once told Lilith you liked faces like that. The fingers she wraps around her arms are thin, impossibly long, longer than anyone's should be, as though filled down, extended, altered. Again, exactly the way you once told Lilith you liked them. The woman before you looked like someone who has been worked on constantly, reshaped piece by piece since she was a child. How? How could she do this? The young woman rises from where she cowered against the wall. For a moment, her smile reminds you of the woman you left at the table above. She sways her body slowly, just as Lilith used to. Then she takes a gentle step forward. For you, my love, I've become exactly the one you wanted. That's what you always wished for, isn't it? Look, I've become the body you desired. Lilith, I loved you for who you were. The young woman hesitates for but a moment. She tries to furrow her brows, but the skin stretched over her face won't let her. But my lady told me if I stay pretty, I would always be loved. That's what she said. She said. But I got pretty, didn't I? Something, I don't know. Yes, fit to a T. You don't need to be sad anymore. You're not sure if there's anything else you could say. What words are there for someone curled in a corner, experimented on, reshaped and tortured for who knows how long? Can I inspect anything in this room? Her clothes are torn and covered with stains. She has never taken them off. They seem far too small for her. Okay. Nothing else here. Okay. Alright. Will I see my mom now? Will I see her? Her eye glaze over as she tilts her head slightly. You can see her body starts to tense. And why am I still so cold inside? I'll do everything I can to help you see your mother again, whatever it takes to get you out of here. You cannot even get out of here yourself. You don't know the way, so you have no idea how you will do that. But in these circumstances, the poor soul standing before you like a shell with shattered mind, this feels like the only thing you should say. Can you blame yourself for that? Leave? No. Can't, my lady. Find me. I can't go. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You'll come. She presses herself even tighter against the wall. You can see the terror in her eyes. Listen, you have to escape. Do you understand me? She is using you. Do you know the way? There has to be a cellar door around here that leads outside. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You will come. We can escape. Do you understand me? I'll stay here. You'll come. You'll come back. You'll love me. You'll come. She no longer hears you. Curled up against the wall, hands over her ear, the hollow shell just rocks back and forth, murmuring that you'll come back, that one day you will love her. The chains wrapped around her neck are drawn so tight no force could ever free her from this place. Wait, what's that? A wooden door. It looks like a door and more like the thick trunk of the oak trees I saw when I was a kid. How could Lilith have brought this here? The surface of the door, right, is filled with bones and skulls, just like the old graveyards. I don't know. There was such a door in the basement. Did Lilith make this? I need to find a way out of this room. Head towards the doors. As the heavy weight of the air presses down on you, your eyes catch the doors nestled among moss-covered wooden panels on the wall to your right. The first door is made of unpolished wood, but its surface is intricately carved with thin grained patterns like real tree bark, dried moss fragments, and root designs reaching upwards. It looks as if it had been carved from the trunk of an actual tree. The second door, by contrast, doesn't look natural at all. Its surface is nearly ivory white, but faintly glowing raised patterns appear human bones, ribs, finger, joints, jaw fragments, all intricately carved and joined together. You can't help but admire this art. A small inscription is etched near the edge of the door. The most delicious are the familiar. Maybe let's touch the door that resembles a tree trunk. When you touch the door, you feel a pleasant warmth, as if touching a living body. As your fingertips move across its surface, you hear a rhythmic vibration like a heartbeat. In that moment, you see a large tree in a garden filled with white flowers. It was sapling your father planted. When it grows, you'll sleep in its shade, he said. That day never came. Pry the door open. When you push the door ajar, the stifling silence of the empty room makes the rush of blood in your ears louder. The cracked crystal in the wall casts its uncanny blue lights across the furniture and the doors. The cracked mirror seems to have burst outward. These mirrors are rare items brought from Vardsberg. Some believe they carry the curses that mark the faces of humans. The table is broken, and the chair has been thrown to the floor, as if after a fierce storm they were left untouched to make an example of something. I doubt anyone could sleep on this bed, stained by decades of dried blood, pus, and urine. I don't remember a room like this. Where is this? Look around. Moisture and moss coat the walls. In the left corner sits a bed, its sheets stained with blood, urine, and pus. A cloth doll rests atop. The floorboards are rotting, scratched and battered, as though someone dragged things across them, slammed them down. Against the floor wall stands a rusted metal table, its surface littered with mirror shards. Before it lies a collapsed chair, its legs bent, brown stains cover it so completely that you can no longer guess its original color. Could the rag doll belong to the young woman from the other room? Look at the toy. The doll is in shambles, stained with black cloths. Its eyes, long since gouged out, one arm dangles loose. Its fabric looks like it's been torn open and stitched back together, again and again, in different places. The padding that once gave its head shape has been entirely removed. Patches of mismatched cloth are strewn haphazardly across its body. Lying lifeless on the bed, the ragdoll is reflection, a crude replica of the woman murmuring to herself by the wall. Maybe it would be better if it stayed by the door. Leave the doll by the door. You'll love me? You'll come back? Come back? The woman muttering at the foot of the door turns her eyes towards you for a brief moment. When she takes the doll in her trembling hands, the rambling ceases. You feel that she wants to thank you, but apparently she forgot those kind of words a very long time ago. Smile and nod. Just smile and nod, guys. Just smile and nod. You turn your gaze back to the room. Beneath the crystal's light, the metal table gleams faintly. On the far wall, two doors catch your attention. Like the moss-covered walls, they are tinged with an unsettling shade of green. There might be something of interest on the table. As you step closer, you realize the glimmer isn't from the table, but from the shards strewn across it. The rightful place is a frame hung on the wall. In the blue light, your gaze turns to the frame, its edges so meticulously carved they seem almost ready to move. The glass, once whole, has burst outward from the center as though something inside had tried to break free. On the lower corner of the table, dried, bloody fingerprints remain. Whose fingerprints are these? The table has a metal surface, scratched, dented, and gouged repeatedly, but neither the marks nor the dried, blood-stained fingerprints catch your attention. When you crouch beneath the table, you notice a layer of deeply scratched words. If we are beautiful, we will be loved. If we are beautiful, we will be loved. Beautiful. One of these scratches is still damp. Examine. When you trace one of the words with your finger, a bed of fresh blood wells up at your fingertip. Clearly, the young woman wrote these not long ago. Perhaps even moments before you entered, she had been here, writing them again. I think I've seen everything I need here. Time to move on and find a way out. You turn towards the doors. One looks old at first glance. Its wood is dark, brown, feigning to gray in places, cracked and mild with time. There is no visible handle, only a notch in the frame, worn smooth, not by force but by habit. The other is newer by comparison, but it's not the honest kind of new, more like something rotten, polished up and presented up as good as new. Its wood is pale, grainless, unnatural, and in the center sits a silver knob. Another thing forgotten by time, molded, ancient, and abandoned. How fake it feels, so painfully ordinary that I must look again just to remember what it was like. Let's go to the old door. You press your hand against the hollow space and push. The surface isn't warm, but not quite cold either, still. Like the moment when a corpse has only just begun to cool. Like the remnant of an existence once lived, then abandoned. The tips of your fingers snag lightly on the wood splinters, just like the times when as a child, you ran your hands over the amicid boxes while hiding at your mother's alchemy table. A fundamental alchemical material extracted from the depths of incestine, naturally imbued with energy, just like the life you had before her death, and before you bore the weight of that responsibility. You open the door. Okay. Paintings, books, some of them resemble the ones I used to paint. Lilith, she left when I drew her. She said each of them carried a piece of her soul. The door beyond the arch opens and closes with a wind, whose sources I cannot understand. It's the only place I can go. At first glance, it seems a cold and empty room. On the damp walls, the light seeping through the half-open door glimmers like scattered pearls. The dust woken from its endless sleep whirls frantically around you. Then you see them, paintings and canvases thrown into the corners, torn, ripped, shattered. A great hatred has turned every one of them into the wreckage of massacre. The room opens onto a corridor without a door. The paintings belong to Lilith, aren't they? Don't you recognize them? Your own brushstrokes, your hand, your colors, faces yellowed, scrapped away, left unrecognizable, every one of them born of you, of course, how else could it be? Let's examine the portrait. Again. Near the doorway caught the light. You lift a portrait from the floor, a woman's face, clawed away and finally torn. At her neck once hung the necklace of colored stones you brought Lilith from Cardia. Cardia? An opulent island nation of the east of Gaia whose navel the whirlwind Haluka shapes the planet's trade routes and currents of air. Cardia, where is that? The place where you were born, to the east of Gaia, a womb where the winds first opened their eyes to life, an island nation with the whirlwind Haluka breathing at its very core, a land etched into your memory with its vast steeps and lively markets. Once you were one of the nobles there. In fact, you were cherished even more because your rare golden hair reminded them of your ancestors, the Neurons, the most noble race of Gaia. Then why am here in Livber? Your mother had to continue her alchemy work here. Some of the stones she sought required being transported in some particular ways, in ways no one knew. That's why you left your noble life behind and came to this dark and lawless place. Was this work really that important for my mother? More than you could ever imagine. She sacrificed her life for them, truly did. The night she died, you thought you would see her at the hearth again. What last night? The night Lilith prepared that black alchemy ritual she believed would merge your souls. She had been telling you for days that the time was near, and one evening you came here, to the house where you had lived with her for a month. She pulled you into the center of a circle and spoke to you. Remember, when our souls are joined together, we'll be inseparable. You'll never feel alone. You'll never fade away, my love. In her unblinkable gaze burned an unshakable madness. Then, as you stood there, speechless, watching her, she showed a bowl. It was in that moment, for the first time, that you felt it. You saw that Lilith had surrendered herself irreversibly to the darkness. Then, what was in that bowl? Blood, of course. In the dim light, you would only see a thick black substance with a faint shimmer, but deep down you already knew. She had been saying it all along. Cut from herself, drained from someone. From you, maybe. It wasn't clear whose it was. Then slowly she moved closer to you and spoke. My love, my other half. These bodies of ours are weak. We are apart from one another, but shouldn't we be inside each other, deep within where no one else can reach? The weak can only accept, and once they accept, become eternal. Yes, I remember you saying that. And then, my love, do you remember what happened next? Yes, I ran. Yes, you ran, my love. You were terrified. You didn't even think about what would happen to me. Afterwards, you called me a black alchemist. When they took me in the arms, I begged you, because you knew what they would do. You knew they would kill me. You had gone mad, Lilith. There is no ritual to merge your souls. That was just something you believed. You were going to suicide. You were afraid to do it alone, that's all. You have shut your eyes to the truth, my love. Let me tell you what happened. You couldn't die with me. That's why you only wanted to kill me, and you didn't even have the courage to do it. But I do. One of the paintings behind you falls to the floor. You startle in fear. Turning back, you see it stands there in the gap, alone. From the gouged portions of the canvas, something thick is seeping out. What's this? I have to keep going. What's this? Put the painting down. Going any further will only hurt you. Okay, let's do that as the narrator says. I have to keep going. I have no choice but to reach the cellar door that leads outside. Put the painting down. Leaving everything behind feels like the only right choice. Lilith madness has seeped into every corner of the room. You move slowly towards the door at the end of the corridor. Blood roars in your ears as you push slightly open the door. This must be where you'll find the cellar hatch. Pass through the gap. The doors open without resistance. Inside, it's a little brighter. Metal tables are scattered across the room, each layered with dried blood. On the floor, small pools of urine and pus mingle with damp stone, releasing an unbearable stench. And in the midst of it all hang bodies on chains from the ceiling, rotten, hollowed out, left on hooks to be forgotten. Who dares disturb my century-long slumber? The voice sounds as if it's scraping its way out of a throat that shouldn't still be alive. Who's talking? I'm over here. Come closer. I don't bite. Well, I'm kidding. Of course I bite. But right now, that's not really an option. I'm a bit tied up, you see. The thing before you is a body without its lower half, another of Lilith's experiments. Its arms are chained to the ceiling, a hook driven through its shoulders. Its head, lolling onto its left shoulder, watches you with curiosity. It doesn't take long to notice that one of its eye sockets are empty. What happened to you? What happened? It's kind of a long story. I can tell you though. Come on, pull up a chair, sit. Let's look around maybe. Dozens of corpses hanging from meat hooks. Men, women, who are they? Oh God, the smell is unbearable. A corpse cut off its waist, it's looking straight at me. You glance around in the dim light against the far wall. A corpse rests with its head clumped against a blood-smeared surface. Each time a faint breeze, which source unknown, passes through, the body sways ever so lightly, its head dragging softly against the wall. All around you, other bodies hang from meat hooks, swaying slowly, one by one, but there's no chair, none at all. Every time. There's no chair, don't bother looking, I was testing you. For a corpse, no, let's not ask that. This dead one, who is it? Dunno, might be you, actually. It was here before I arrived, and it will still be here after I'm gone. Another of Lilith's little experiments, when she was trying to recreate you. They say his own indecision is what killed him. Maybe this time will be different, golden boy. What do you think? I don't understand. How do you know all this? What are you? Now, that's the right question. I'm glad you asked. Because the truth is, I haven't seen myself in a while. I don't know what I have become, but something's definitely missing. And definitely, she's been trying to fill the void with something else. Were you someone once? Or did she create you? Now that's another good question. I've been asking myself the same thing every night for the last 3 years. I was someone once, yeah, but it didn't last long. Because the last time that someone opened their eyes, Lilith was staring back at them, and then BAM! From that moment on, I was forced to choose between being someone or looking like someone. It feels so familiar, the only difference is my choices have always been made by others. Oh, here we go again. The fate monologue, right? Everyone else made the choices for you, and what did you do? Just watch? Stay silent? Were you just poor little leaf, tossed around in the stream of creation? Open your eyes already. Look, I would love to stay here and talk about my choices really, but I got to get out of here. There must be a cellar hatch somewhere around here. Where is it? So Lilith and her creations didn't really hold your interest, huh? Fair enough then. If this room what you seek to pass, then answer me a riddle first. No need for class. No riddles. The cellar is not here, golden boy. It's that way. As his left hand shifts, the chains cling and rattle against each other. Mind the doors, they have a reputation for taking you where you don't want to go. What do you mean? Do you still think you'll find that cellar door, golden boy? You still don't get it, do you? This place It's the bottom of the pit you have sunk into. Even if you haven't seen it yet, you're falling fast. And let me tell you, when you finally hit the bottom, it's going to hurt like hell. Maybe I had to see the bottom. I meant to break on the stones laying at the bottom of the well, maybe. Lilith would have liked this, I'm sure of it. She's determined to annihilate anything she thinks stands between you and her. Even you, golden boy. I mean your body. At the bottom of that pit, she would take whatever beauty is left in your shattered mind, gather it up from 10,000 broken pieces, and remake it definitely her cup of tea. Is this how she created you? And here we come to the breaking point. It twists its hands into the chains and leans slowly towards you. You think it was Lilith who made me, and you're not entirely wrong. It was she who pulled at my flesh, cut me, plucked out my eye. That's true, but who do you suppose gave her the material to work with? Lilith dragged me out from her moment of joy. The rest she filled with your untold words. What you could not create, golden boy, became what created me. And what will kill me? You will be. What do you mean kill you? You're already dead. Well, now, that one was new. I didn't know you could break my heart like that. Come closer. Let me show you what's been keeping me alive. Sure, okay, let's approach. Alright then, here we go. Hold out your palm. A little more. Yes, do not drop it. I really hate this part. Put your hands. As you stand directly in front of the corpse, the stench becomes almost unbearable. Inside this empty eye socket, you catch a faint glimmer, something shimmering. Then, the body starts to retch and convulse. He grips his chains tightly as something thick rises up his throat. At last, a dark, reddish fluid oozes from his mouth, and he vomits onto your outstretched hand. A mouthful of thick, warm bile fills your open palm. But within that heavy heat, there's something there. Damn, give me a second to catch my breath. It's never easy coughing up the things little stuff inside me. Here you go, golden boy. Pretty sure this belongs to you. What's that? A crystal. Unformed, still, translucent. Something you once said when you truly believed you loved Lilith. A memory. Your greatest joy. And your greatest lie. That feeling clung to Lilith. She took it, turned it into a ritual, shaped it, and made it something else. Which memory is this? You watch as the corpse breath slows. The single eye sunken into the skull begins to dim, fading softly. A faint, genuine smile forms across its face. It can no longer speak. Look at the crystal. As you wipe your hands clean, the round, translucent crystal is revealed. Veins pulse across its surface with blue energy, chopping like living tissue. Inside the orb, a vision takes shape. You feel Lilith's warm body against yours, the softness of her lips pressing into you, her fingers threading through your hair, her breath hot and immediate against your neck. Your body trembles, you're biting, tearing, devouring each other, consuming until nothing remains between you, and in that moment, you're whole. Truly complete. Your bodies dissolve into one another. You touch the essence at the core of Lilith's being. Then, with your lips pressed to hers, you begin to speak. I will love you forever, Lilith. The crystal shatters in your hand, a sharp flash, and then thousands of tiny fragments scatter across the room. The corpse before you slips free from its chains, crashing into the pool of fetid pus lays water below. With one last effort, he turns his face towards you. I said the things you couldn't. Now the words are yours, golden boy. Break free from your chains. Unlock them. We'll meet again very soon. The corpse looks at you, that same faint smile still on his face. The silence in the room deepens. Now I will also carry the thing you can no longer say. Let's close the corpse eye. The corpse doesn't respond to your touch. In the stillness, it looks almost like it's had fallen into a peaceful, restful sleep. I would better find a way out of here. You look around the room. As you return to searching the room, you feel something settle over you, a sense of expectation. The lifeless bodies strewn across the chamber are watching you. On the wall to your right, you see two distinct doors once again. The first door is sealed with trusted chains, but the chains aren't locked together, they merely hang there, as if they tried to hold something back, and failed. The other door stands slightly ajar. Beyond it, nothing but darkness. No light, no life. Maybe let's try the first door. Ajar. Wait. The other door. No, let's try the chain door. The chains wrapped over the door aren't tightly bound together. They simply hang there, heavy and loose, as if they once tried with all their strength to steal something shot and failed. From beneath the door, a faint cold breeze flows out, carrying with its soft flickering glow. Let's open the chain door. You open the door and step inside. Your foot is met with a smooth surface without any texture. No stone here, no dust, not even an echo. Silence. A cold whiteness. The room is bright, far too bright. The light, overwhelms your eyes. There is nothing left that could remain in shadow. This room, why is it so bright? Where is the light coming from? That doesn't matter. Your gaze fixes on the wide doors standing directly before you, ordinary, with nothing remarkable about it. It simply awaits for you to open it and step through. I have a strange feeling inside, like I wasn't meant to be here. You're not exactly wrong. That's why we should get out of here as soon as possible. Why? Why what? Why are you anxious? Because you weren't supposed to be here, that's why. The story wasn't meant to go on like this. Here, there's nothing. There's nothing to be told here. No plot to make the story interesting. Not the slightest speck to describe. This place is utterly empty. Maybe in the silence and stillness I can rest a little. Look, we don't have much time to lose. This isn't a place for you to rest. Right now, you're lingering inside a void that shouldn't exist. And do you know what happens to that character who waits in a void that shouldn't be? They become a character who shouldn't exist. You have to move. At once, head towards the door. Your footsteps echo upon the smooth stone because you have no shadow. You cannot be sure where you tread. It feels like walking and more like gliding. It feels less like walking and more like gliding. Something feels horribly wrong. Yes, because we weren't meant to be here. Your story wasn't supposed to continue this way, but we can easily fix that. Heed my words and keep walking. The only thing that matters now is reaching the door and leaving this room. How come I must know? Know what? That behind that door there aren't more doors, and behind those more still there aren't more doors, those more still, and behind those yet more. This is an endless labyrinth. You cannot, and all you can do is to hope. I can get out of here. I will see the waves of the sea and feel the winds carrying my face once more. Absolutely. Now place one foot before the other and let's leave this place. Approach and open the wide door. Yes, exactly. You reach for the door, you open it, and step through to the other side. It's that simple. You leave behind the empty, meaningless room that never should have been. The story flows again, just as it was meant to. Open the door. You open the door. What greets you is neither the whisper of the dead nor darkness. It's a warm room lit by amber tones, filled with a pleasant scent, a familiar scent. Notes of phenolin dance with the resinous breath of leucine. For a moment, your nose stings and your eyes well up. You know the smell. Right in the front of you stands an old wooden table. Scattered pages lie around it, along with a small alembics and chemical traces. And someone is there, a woman, a very old woman. Her golden hair streaked with gray is tied up in a bun at the back of her head. At the hearth built onto the wall, she stirs something inside a glass bowl. She doesn't seem to notice you. This desk is covered with books and bottles. She must be quite skilled alchemist. Among the books is also the journal of wandering pirate Chuchurin. I can't see what she's cooking. Various bottles stands on the shelves. Most are processed alchemical mixtures. Some are amethyst. Some of them I don't recognize. Let's slip inside and quietly watch what she's doing. You step inside carefully and quietly. The old woman's hunched back is turned towards you. From the counter just to the left of the hearth, she takes a powder and adds it to the mixture. A hiss rises from the glass bowl. The woman waits, then lets out a sigh. What is she trying to do? Some kind of a mixture, judging by the ingredients, advanced alchemical formulas. Vials of Newton and dopant sits on the counter, but the real matter isn't on the counter. Look at the floor. What's that on the floor? Some kind of a circle. Looks like a map, inscribed with alchemical formulas and symbols. A map of what? You cannot tell. Even for you, this is an advanced alchemical formula. Maybe if you see what the woman is stirring, you could figure something out. Move a little closer to get a look at the mixture of the hearth. Missing, something. The woman suddenly turns around. The moment she sees you, she freezes in a place. A warm smile spreads across her face. The dark circles under her eyes and the wrinkles give away her age. Ah, a guest. Welcome, young man. Who are you? You're the one sneaking into my study, darling. Shouldn't you be the first one to introduce yourself? Didn't your family ever teach you manners? I know what's going on here, all of this. She raises her eyebrows. A curious smile plays on her lips as she awaits for you to finish your sentence. One of Lilith's games. A game, you say? Why not? That's quite possible. But I don't think this is her design. You know, sometimes to see whether something is truly a game, you have to lose. Wait, she's trying to alter the order of the narrative. Don't ask what she means. Lilith must have foreseen that you would ask that. You're preparing the alchemical mixture that will bind our souls together, aren't you? Was it her who asked you to do this? Yes, but what she wants is delicate, that balancing the mixture is impossible. All these fluids, formulas, maps, and enzymes. Something keeps going wrong, as if someone has tampered with it. You mean Lilith? No, darling, I mean someone else. Someone who wanders from room to room, trying to cleanse herself of her past. Or maybe someone who, as a child, tampered with her mother's formulas in the laboratory and caused her death. You? How could you possibly know about my mother's death? Because that laboratory was mine, darling. I got mad at you that day, didn't I? I'm sorry you had tampered with my notes. Your hands were covered in powder, dipped into the solution. But that night, I forgave you. It wasn't your fault. I was sleepless. I never imagined you might have added something to the mixture. But you had. To you, dropping those powders and liquids of different colors into the boiling water and watching them change was nothing more than a game. No, that's impossible. My mother died. They never found her because she was gone. So many years ago. I know, darling, I know. You thought I was gone, but I couldn't leave. And I see now I wasn't the only one who burned that night. Because nothing has ever managed to tear the guilt from your mind. You believe that if not for that night, you would find me here in this room. That's why I'm here. I wanted to be like you. This work was everything to you. I wanted to make you proud. And you did. That night when I saw you here, I was proud of you, darling. Proud that you tried to understand the formulas, that you mixed the colors. A world taking shape in your hands, new and more beautiful. A place that could be remade, beyond darkness and absence, where we could begin again. But if you stay here, trapped in this loop, you'll never begin. No. You want to stay in this loop. It's safe here. You know what will happen. You know what awaits behind each door. Well, most of the time. Don't get too close to the truth, because there you will find nothing but ruin. Then why are you here, Mother? To forgive me? Oh no, darling. The woman steps a little closer. The scent of beeswax and bergamot fills the air. You feel warm, safe. She gently places her hand against your cheek. I forgave you long ago. I'm here because you needed to forgive me. Did you love me? Always, darling, even when you thought you had killed me. Take me out of this loop, Mother. Take me somewhere I can finally shake off this weariness. What? What do you think you're doing? Do you think with that tiny brain of yours you can break this loop? I'm the one who made you. You're nothing but a ducked up piece of flesh. Do you understand? Without me, that meaning could reality possibly hold? Tell me. Mother, come with me. The woman leans against the far wall. You think you can get out of here? And steps towards the alchemy cabinet. Without me, you're nothing. When I open this door, I don't know what will be waiting for you on the other side, darling. But I know you will overcome it. Your mother places a gentle kiss on your cheek, where a tear has just rolled down. No, I won't allow this. And you step through the open door of the alchemy cabinet to wake up in a new life, down by the seaside. When I wake, will I be happy? Most likely not, darling, but you will be yourself. Step into the alchemy cabinet. When I came to against the wall, the pain in my skull was unbearable. Must have been another foul dream again. Sit up and look around. Water trickles from the ceiling again. Moonlight. Must be midnight or thereabouts. The house is collapsing. 5 years. Dust and decay. I'm hungry. Is there anything? Let's look around. The dining table and its top little chairs remain. On the table, dust-caked plates. Water drips again from the loft above. Insects scatter across the floor. Are you searching for food too? That sound. What was it? Lilith? Go to kitchen? The kitchen's empty. Cockroaches scatter across the counter. Am I hungry? Not truly. What was desire meant to feel like? There is nothing here. I killed Lilith. Did that voice come from inside? Return to the living room. The same floorboard groans beneath me. Is it my guilt that weighs it down? The windows scattered. Did I do that? Likely. Doors slide toppled. One leg of the table sags, ready to snap. What was that noise? Lilith, is that you? Go to the basement door. The board cracks beneath my step. Rot everywhere. I drag my feet as I move inward. Was that sound from here? Empty. Hollow. What was here? Yes, the door. Of course. The door where I killed Lilith. Did the sound come from within? Lilith. Her love was madness. I knew it. It would be the death of me. Terror drove me. I fled. I knew she would never lose her hold. Thus, I had but one path. I had to be free of her. I could not do it. No. What was that? Who speaks? Lilith, is it you? Go down. There were paintings watching over these stairs. Beautiful ones. Lilith and I, together. Now, nothing remains. Nothing at all. Go to the basement door. Boards creak everywhere, splintering, falling apart. The plaster has fallen from the walls, exposing what's beneath. This is it. Yes. Here they took her, after I betrayed her. They seized her arms and dragged her away. First they cut out her tongue, so she could conquer no alchemy again. Lilith, is that you? Open the door. Darkness. The stairs have long since crumbled. She told me herself, this is where they carried her out. They took her. Then they cut out her limbs, so she would never walk again. I'm coming, my love. Are you calling to me? Where are you? Go down. A blue light. Where could it be coming from? This is the basement with one room. Damp stones covered in moss. She had drawn a circle here. She had stood at its center. When they took her, they flayed her face, so no one would ever recognize her again. My love. Lilith? The blue light shimmers over your wet clothes, right? The salty water of the sea drips down from where you were thrown. Your hands are severed. Coagulated blood pools black at your feet. The flayed pieces of your face hang, using pus. Your lidless eyes stare at me. I'm sorry. My voice echoes off the stone. Her arms hang simply at her sides, motionless. There's rage in her eyes. Lilith, my love. She doesn't answer, not sure she hears me. From the slit in her bare face, shaped like a mouth, black fluid drips out. It spills to the floor. Lilith. Is that you calling to me, my love? Where are you? Go upstairs. All your memories will slowly melt away, like tears in the rain. The end? 2 out of 8. Okay. So I didn't expect that the game is rather, like this. I thought it's a little bit maybe longer. But okay, I did enjoy it actually, playing it. Yeah, I expected more chapters. It's a nice visual novel actually game. But compared the second chapter with the other ones that I have played, well, with the first one. So I did like the first one a little bit more. It seemed a little bit better to me, but well, overall, well, we're rating the whole game combined, right? So overall, this game is good. I enjoy playing it. So I usually do the game ratings between thumbs up, thumbs down, or in between. So this one, I actually don't play a lot of novel games, but I did like this one. So it's intriguing. It gets you a little bit catched and hooked up. You're thinking then further on what's behind the door and so on. And it has 8 different endings. So that's actually nice. So yeah, I would be giving this game a thumbs up. So thank you for watching. And wait, there's a narrative map. Ah. Okay. Wait. So it actually wasn't the right maybe ending that I did took. Can I go back to this scene? I can. Okay, so maybe let's go through to the Act 3 because I don't want the game to end just yet, so okay. Right, so we're back in here. So let's do... I'm not gonna read everything again, let's just keep watching silently, move a little closer to get a look. Who are you? We already know. I know what's going on here, all of this. One of Lilith's games. Yes, continue. You're preparing a mixture. Wait, she's trying to alter the order of the narrative. Don't ask what she means. Lilith must have foreseen that you would ask that. What do you mean? What I mean, darling, is this sometimes you have to lose and then you have to let go. You cannot carry the weight of the past forever. I came here to confront Lilith, but... Ah yes, Lilith's death. It was tragic, darling, but I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about before, about someone else. Alright. Another mad woman. Fine. Just ask where the cellar hatch is and let's get out of here at once. This woman is asking questions she shouldn't. Tell me where the cellar hatch is. I don't want to hear more about death and loss. That was the right call. With her familiar scents, her soft voice, and her smile, we can't allow this woman to dig any deeper into our mind. Yes, you must not forget her purpose. Ah, you mean the door that opens outside, don't you, darling? Well then, this way. Ah yes, you're on the right path. This is what will carry the story forward and keep you within it. You don't want to leave here. Something's wrong. Is it really that easy? Not everything has to be unbearably hard. Just keep going. Once you're out, you'll feel the wind again. You'll see the waves of the sea. The woman walks towards the wall on your left. She cracks open the alchemy cabinet. A warm breeze stirs her hair. You see a single tear roll down her cheek. I hope you find what you're looking for, the other side, my son. Yeah, because... well, previously when I went through this whole story, I knew that she is my mother, right? And now I do not. And now she actually, well, just said the truth, but yeah. The moment you step into the alchemy cabinet, you fall into a kind of a void. Warm winds swirl around you, and once again you find yourself wondering when you will finally hit the ground. I'm falling again. Was this how it was meant to be? So we reach chapter 3 now, yep. Sedibus ad saltem placidis in morte quassam, whatever that means. Yeah, Act 3, the 65th month? What? Now, in your interrupted fall, a metallic taste burns in your throat. Blood and rust mingle with the air you breathe. Beneath your hands there is a damp warmth, as though something has come alive. Where am I? At the beginning of your salvation, and of course at the end of all things do you see it. You climb now. Your nails are clawing at the rotten boards, yet beneath them something rife. In the darkness, there a pale light flickers, the light that will grant you freedom. For the story to end, and for you to awaken, you need one final crescendo. Move towards the light. You think you're moving forward. You think the story has forced this upon you. But do not despair, it was never about choices. Then what? It was about letting go. Nonsense. Even then things I let go of, I choose. You do not understand. You believe you choose, yet slowly, simply, you let go of the path you tread. You do not look ahead. First you let go of the road stretching behind you. Then you climb, you let go of the descent. For your own life, you let go of Lilith's. And when you have let go of every other possibility, the only option left is the one you merely believe you choose. So you're saying I have no will? It's all what, fate? Oh no, no. Quite the opposite. The measure of the road you walk is defined by what you let go. The greater what you let go, the more meaningful your path becomes. When what you have left behind rises at your back and their shadows fall before you, you see more clearly what must be done. Just as when you feared Lilith most, you loved her all the more. I never wanted to let go of anything. You see, it is nothing but loss, as leaving, forsaking, a life lived forever, glancing back over your shoulder. What you let go may indeed be losses, but the act of letting go is not. Killing Lilith recreated her. This is the other side of the coin. Perhaps I should just move on. Yes, perhaps. Despite the boards beneath you, you must move towards that pale light in the darkness. Approach the light. You crawl across rotting boards that resemble living flesh. The pale light in the darkness grows ever stronger. At last its edge takes the form of an arched doorway. Pass through the threshold. As you cross the threshold, the light sears your eyes, and then you find yourself inside the house. Again, the house where you once waited in the rain at the door, where Lilith insisted you eat, where you believed your memories alone kept standing. But this is not that house. This is the remnants of it. Everything is paler, grayer. The cracked walls have partly collapsed, their beams jutting out like bones from a broken limb. The windows square like taut skin. And right before you, upon the table, bathed in silvery moonlight, lies a body. Around it, in the chairs, sit three figures. Three familiar people. A young woman, a corpse cut below waist, and an old woman. Ah, that's my mother, the alchemist woman. She's examining the thing laying on the table. Her mind always worked like this. Perhaps even now she's thinking of mixtures that could turn her into life. Yeah, that's the guy, and that's the other girl. Okay. Wait, light? Yeah, oh yeah, nothing else here. Okay. You? Ah, right on time. Come on then, golden boy, come. We have kept the finest part for you. You? How did you get there? Weren't you supposed to be downstairs? Downstairs? What are you babbling? With a feast such as this, why would we do drowsy downstairs? Won't you join us? But... what feast? We thought you know. Don't you recognize? Look, won't you? Look. Move closer to the table. You move closer to the corpse gleaming in the moonlight. A scent drifts to your nose. Incense, tangled with olive herbs. Then your gaze falls to her clothes, to her hair, blazing in the fiercest crimson. Lilith. Her body lies motionless. From her neck through her chest and down her torso run jagged fissures, as though something had torn its way out from within. Her face has been flayed away. Lilith, what have they done to you? Touch her face. With each gust through the half-collapsed roof, the table stirs, and Lilith's corpse sways. Every slight motion makes it seem as though she's trying to turn her face towards you. What did we do? Oh no, golden boy, we did nothing. She was here when we came. We were only hungry, thought we might eat. A piece for each of us, if you see what I mean. I don't understand. This never-ending search, in depths of meaning and memory, hasn't it always been what pulled you along? The answer you seek waits upon the plates before them. Get closer. Look at the man's plate. Your gaze drops to the plate before the man. Amidst the clotted gore rests a tongue, torn from where it belongs. It seems like across its surface lie words, crawled in dried blood. We had another part in mind for you, but it seems Lilith left nothing unsaid, unlike you. Would you? He jerks his chin towards the tongue on his plate. Now, it's my turn to speak. Take the tongue. So many people made me speak for so long now. After a while, I could no longer recognize my own voice, but yours, I will know. Now it is your turn, truly. You think that body slackens, sinking into some strange ease. The tongue in your hand feels slick and heavy. It waits for you to say something. I'm sorry for everything. Oh, come on now. That crap of tongue in your hand needs no apology, golden boy. Don't make yourself pitiful with excuses. You're hardly a paragon of virtue, are you? And no one here ever expected your apologies. What is expected is that you exist. That you be someone. Perhaps my fleeing should end. Perhaps I should cast aside apologies and become someone. Become myself. The chains spilled at the man's feet clatter softly. Their sound echoes through the rotting walls and falls before you. Come closer, golden boy. Come closer and tell us when you truly are yourself. What will you say? I won't carry you anymore. Step closer and unbind the chains clasping his wrists. You approach. The man cut off at the waist sits twisted in his chair, black sludge dripping from where his stomach should be, down onto the seat and then the floor. His eyes never leave yours. The chains biting onto his decayed wrists are rusted. A small pin holds it all together. To pull it free, you see you must grip it with both hands. You always fled, but this time it seems you have caught me, golden boy. Press the pin with both hands. The bloody tongue makes your hands slippery. Each time you press, your fingertips slide off the pin. Perhaps you should put that thing I gave you somewhere, golden boy. He points at the tongue in your hand. Perhaps I should put it back where it belongs. Place the tongue in Lilith's mouth. You see Lilith lying on the table beside you. In her flayed face, Lilith's eyes gaze up at the broken ceiling. Moonlight veils her features in gray shroud. You part her jaw. First, you press down the section of her throat where the vocal cord lie, blood slick and trembling beneath your fingers. Then slowly you set the tongue back in place. Black fluid seeps from her mouth, trailing from the corners of her lips to her ears. At least now her face seems a little more natural, more complete. Within you, love and horror bloom at once. Look at Keenan. Very well then, back to these chains. I will free you of this burden. Press the pin. After wiping your hand clean on your shirt, you press down on the pin with all your strength. At first, nothing. The metal frozen in place for decades refuses to move. Then you feel a faint shift. You press harder, and with a reluctant creak, the rusted pin comes free. The chains drop into the dust. There, for the first time, you spoke as yourself, Golden Boy. Glance at the people at the table. When you turn your gaze back to the table, the women are watching you with calm, indifferent faces. The rotten board creaks as if braced. From the broken ceiling, a few drops of rain fall onto your face. Was that all? You step back. The body of the man cut below waist stands before you, but it does not end. It cannot, for there is another who awaits you, another you must complete. Lilith? In the end, yes, but for now, no. There is someone you must face first. Come closer. Look at the young woman's plate. You tear your gaze from the man freed of his chains. At last he looks at peace. He has spoken all he had to say, and nothing remains. Yet before you, much still demands to be spoken. Your eyes drift to the young woman's plate. Upon it lies a strip of thin, bloody skin, folded and carefully placed. Seems you never seen me. She pushes the strip of the skin towards you. But this is your face, right? I think so. My face, my body should change so much. I don't know what's me anymore. You? How do others know? You. With trembling hands, you take the folded skin she offers. It is heavier than you expected and still warm. You slowly unfold it. It resembles a mask peeled from Lilith's face. Empty eye sockets stare back at you. I couldn't love you as severe. I'm sorry. The young woman reaches out her hands. Her long, skeletal fingers graze yours. When you notice her curious gaze, you see a strip of skin drooping from her hairline, as though another face lies atop her own, a kind of mask peeled like the one in your hand, yet crudely set back under her skin. The lady doesn't need apology. Yours, I do. Now I will know you. Remove the mask from the young woman's face. You step closer. As your hand reaches towards the skin stretched from her chin to her hairline, the young woman flinches, just for a moment. Yet her eyes never leave yours. Her expression remains fixed, as though carved into place. Will you like what you find? Pull the skin. It doesn't matter anymore. Reach for her face. Wait, pull the skin. This isn't you. Let me help. The flesh in your hands grows slick with blood. Each time you try to grasp the loose skin with your greasy hands, the young woman's head tilts slightly backward. No matter how hard you try, the stitched-on piece keeps slipping from your fingers. Maybe, if you want to tear off a face made for you, you need to put down what you're holding. Her gaze drifts to Lilith's on the table. What? You need to let go. That's what I mean. Where? Where it belongs. Her eyes turn again to Lilith. Lilith should have at least one face I can look at least after her death. Place the skin on Lilith's face. You turn to Lilith, who stares at the ceiling with her lidless eyes. Her face, mottled with suppurating flesh, looks even paler in the silver moonlight dripping through the broken roof. You carefully place the warm strip of skin upon her face, aligning the cut at her jaw with the start of her hairline. Disturbingly, Lilith's features come together, whole again, almost alive, as though she might turn her eyes to you at any moment. Within you, a great terror and love bloom together. I think you're ready to see now. She closes her eyes and tilts her face towards you. Reach for the stitches across her face. You wipe your hand clumsily on her clothes and reach for the stitches at the roots of your hair, where the mask around her face begins. When you tug a little, the stitches come loose with a faint tear. The young woman winces in pain. Keep pulling the stitches. Ah! You pull harder as the stitches begin to tear. The mask clinging to the young woman's face rips apart, but you don't stop there. In a moment of release, every stitch along her neck, chest, stomach, and legs bursts open. Everything comes undone. The skins patched together from different bodies and wrapped around her peel away one by one, like clothing. And when every seam is finally torn, another body emerges from within, a young boy. He bears your body, your eyes, your past, and his trembling lips part, you hear the voices of your childhood. Do you know who I am? Yes, I know who you are. You sink to your knees and hold the golden-haired boy. As your hands touch his back, you feel a hole. His trembling stops. He is no longer afraid. You glance at those around the table. The eyes watching you seem unaware of what has just happened. Step back. Each fragment takes its time to settle into place. What you fled from now stands directly before you, dissolved, fractured, torn apart, and ruined. Was it always meant to be this way? Will it always remain so? I saw Lilith transformed into something different, a creature, perhaps, or perhaps she had always been so. Something you told yourself time and again. It was always easier to blame her, easier than turning inward and facing yourself, but now you must prove whether you are worthy of salvation or not. But now, tell me, narrate, or whatever, and let this torment end. Moonlight spills through the fractured roof. An abysmal silence fills the room. You no longer believe those gathered around the table even breathe. Lilith's body lies there, still as stone. No, not quite. The boards, the glass, the scattered things around you strain, awaiting. I hope in the end you can forgive me for everything. Approached Lilith. You move towards Lilith's body on the table. The tongue you placed rests in her mouth. She's still within her mask-like face, stitches running from brow to chin. Lilith can hear you, my child, but she doesn't need to anymore. Still, you want her forgiveness, don't you? I betrayed her, just as I left you. I killed her. You're absolutely right. You knew exactly what would happen when they took Lilith that night. You keep saying that night. Which night? That night you came here, to this house, to the place where Lilith's growing obsessive ideas had taken root, the place where you saw her for the last time. She told you about the black alchemy ritual. You were to die, and then reunite within the grand unification. Your bodies would perish, and your souls would intervene. You were afraid, and you reported her. For performing an authorized act of alchemy, they captured Lilith. Truths don't turn into forgiveness within the cocoon of time. For your actions to find meaning isn't that simple, my child, but at least you tried. Perhaps Lilith needs to be completed. Turn to Lilith. She or you? At this point, is there any difference between you two? The memory of her that lingers in your mind will at last come to an end. The wood creaks one last time, then silence. It stretches. The floor beneath your feet stirs, faintly, like a living membrane. The torn black threads of the curtains shiver by the window. Silence. It stretches. Then a breath. You see a Lilith's chest rise upon the table. Her eyes turn to you. Her body tenses, as if she's being born again. Yet there is nothing miraculous in it. Lilith? Reach out your hand. The hand you extended feels as though it touches a warm memory stuck in the past. Her fingertips twitch. The flesh beneath her nails blackens with some viscous fluid. Her shoulders tremble. Then she sits up. The clothes clinging to her are wet with blood. Welcome, my love. For a moment, I feared you wouldn't come. I I'm here, but I thought you died, truly died this time. It's the same fear. It is the same fear every time, my love. It is because you love me. I know that. You remember me, as you wanted me to be. We're almost complete now. Her tongue, swollen and heavy in her mouth, distorts the words. The rasping voice shows that her torn throat never healed. It must end. We must be completed. This loop must reach its end. They were the halves within you, my love. All of them. The loves you could not see, the words you could never speak. You've been trying to piece them together, but now it's my turn. Either you complete me within your body, or confess the whole truth and bring this loop to an end. What truth do you want me to confess? Everything. Why you killed me, why you were afraid, why you were so utterly pathetic. Everything. Livber seas churn. Waves crash against the cliffs, scattering into the night. A garden of white flowers burns among crimson fire. Bare feet crush the withered blossoms. I was afraid to love you, because I didn't want to lose you like I lost everyone else. And look where that fear has led us. You fear to love even while you were loving me. Look at me, look at me. Look what this done to me. I have no face anymore. She screams, yet because the tongue you place in her throat does not sit right. Her voice resembles that of a creature, not of Gaia. Her voice echoes of the rotten planks. The air escaping her lungs mixes with the black sludge in her mouth. The droplets splattering onto her face are warm. The skin barely clinging to her face shifts with the force of her scream. The piece of flesh covering her forehead drops loose. I never wanted this for you. What didn't you want? My death? Too late for that, my love. I remember something. Sometimes, in the mornings when I had to leave the bed and go outside leaving you alone, I felt a vast emptiness in my heart that grew with every step until I came back to you. Now I wonder, will I feel it again after our union? This creation you keep speaking of, the one in your letter, the cause of all of this, it never existed, Lilith. You think Lilith smiles until you realize how this is possible. She already braces herself against the edge of the table. Dark veins run from her shoulder to her thigh like dried muscle strands. She grips her damp, crimson dress, tears her skirt apart, and parts her legs. Welcome home, my love. To your first and final home, inside me. What are you doing? I love you. Moonlight pours over Lilith's body, her legs spread upon the table. The face she forced back onto her skin hangs loose at the edges, ready to fall. Her eyes never leave yours. Then between her thighs something flickers into view, then vanishes. Some kind of smoke, gray, black. It rises from between her legs, thick and vicious, a muddy liquid moving within. The wind stops. Something crawls into the world. Lilith's rage for you is taking form. The creation. No. Her love. That's what she called it. You heard her too. It's love. A love beyond the borders of the material realm. A love so magnificent. The smoke coils upwards. A newborn storm. A whirlwind. It surrounds you. Fills the room. A metallic taste coats your tongue. Your breath shortens. Lilith's love begins to fill you. Yes. Your vision darkens. You feel it, don't you? And in the end, a voice. Tell me, love. Once we speak of this, there will be no turning back. So tell me, do you wish to remember your past or to see the truth? See the truth, I guess. I want to see the truth. Smoke coils around you. A realization spreads through the layers of your mind. The story has brought you here. I have brought you here. Through the fine cracks in the smoke you see. The roof caved in, plaster fallen from the walls, windows long shattered, rain drips from the hole above and strikes your face. From somewhere unseen you hear Lilith's voice. As she rises from the darkness in all her might and magic, this is the thing that emerges from beneath Livber's dark waters, an outer Gaian being, flawless, so flawless that she radiates threat. You were alone here, my love. For 65 months, you have been alone since they took me. Your consciousness has never let you leave. You always knew the truth. It was to finish what you started, the ritual of black alchemy. Ha ha ha, now you see. Yes, my love, you remember the pieces, don't you? The name, the blood, and the word. Well, I must see the truth now. The name first. I must know who I am. Elbec. It was the first weeks of your 65 months solitude, only days after they took me. They asked you for a name. You gave mine first. Then you signed your own on the witness paper. You claimed to have seen me perform unauthorized alchemy. The guards told you that you could see me one last time before I died. I told them there was no need. The smoke thickens, heavy and suffocating. From the other side, you hear Lilith's voice. Yes, you were afraid, weren't you? You were not virtuous enough to see me one last time, to say that you really loved me. Now speak your name, confess it. My name is Elbec, and I killed you, because I avoided my virtue, and I was afraid. You see the smoke take shape before you, coalescing into silhouette. The ritual is progressing. From beneath the mist, something slides across the floor towards your feet. Metal scraping softly. You recognize it. Lilith's dinner knife. The grand unification will unite us, my love. There we all will be together. Now seal your name with your consciousness. Spill your blood to the end. If shedding it will free me from my consciousness torment, then let my blood run. Let your blood gather at your knees like the sea itself, just like the edge of the cliff you could never let yourself fall from. 2 years later, your steps had carried you back to that cliff's edge, your guilt heavier than ever before. There wasn't a single night you didn't see me in your dreams. But you couldn't find the courage to let yourself fall within the rain. Killing yourself would have taken more courage than killing another. Your knees sank into the mud, a heart mired in a bog. Blood drips from your fingertips. Your fingers grow numb. The warm, slick fluid from both wrists pools on the floor. Your legs weaken. You sink to your knees. The knife slips from your hand and clatters to the ground. Through the mist, Lilith approaches. Her face, her body, she seems to have left all that horror behind, just as you first saw her. Let's just say, my love. The house creaks and groans around you, crazed. Kneeling, you struggle to steady your breath, a rasp rising from your chest. Sweat soaks your back. The wind makes your skin shive. Lilith smiles. It's a gentle, merciful smile. There's a piece of paper in her hand. As she leans down to pick up the knife, she places the paper in your palm. And the end. Your madness took hold of you. By the end of those 65 months, you had convinced yourself I couldn't be dead. You clung to that fragile hope because it was all you had left. Poor Elbec. Everything lost, rotted, or faded within that house. You redrew it all on those yellow papers to remember, to keep your memories alive. Because what else did you have left but memories? You kept drawing, again and again, all those moments whose originals had long been lost. And then you wrote a letter from my mouth to yourself. You summoned yourself back here, even though you had never truly left, but your mind needed to believe it. You didn't send a letter? If I had written from beyond death, these would not be my words. You wrote it yourself. Damn. It's true. You needed to believe it. So, to step through the door, just as the blood from your wrist seeping into the letter, the thing that ended everything, the thing that began it all. Don't worry, there's nothing to fear. This is not an ending. This is never an ending. This is not death. We'll begin again, anew. What? Give me the letter you sent to yourself. I'll tuck it into your pocket. Perhaps where we are going, you will need this bloodstained thing. When you cut your wrist that deep, you can't move your fingers anymore. I suppose I will have to complete the last step of the ritual for you. The smoke rises, thick and heavy like the fluid that once spilled from Lilith's throat, wraps around you. You stand within the storm, your memories swirl through your mind, shattering against the fragments of your awareness. Each breaks apart, merging and separating, until nothing remains but a black smoke. In the midst of nowhere, you stand alone, and at last your body dissolves. Let go. Now, there is no need to fear, my dear, my love, my life. You hear? Everything belongs to everything else. Welcome among us, at last. We have no bodies now, no names, only us remain, us. This is the only place where we can exist together, you, me, and our creation. The grand unification? Yes, that is what we call this in the material realm, the horizon where earth and sky meet, and beyond it, far beyond, above the light and the dark, beyond even the narrow all. Come closer. But we have no bodies. Where are you? In the midst of everyone just as you are. There are no bodies here anymore, no thoughts, no memories, no recollections, only us. What does that mean? Our souls, these formless souls, cast beyond the cosmic dark, will soon mingle. We will become one. We will become something greater than ourselves. You, me, and our child. You will remain as an age twisting within me, trapped in a new loop. Wait, what? And in the end, we all converge upon a single point in the story, without even remembering who we were. And then, 3rd out of 8. Okay, so there are quite some endings, huh? So 8 endings. So far I unlocked the 2nd one and the 3rd one, right? Let's check the narrative map. So I just want to... there's the 1st one, if you go to the basement somewhere B. But the 2nd one you can achieve in a lot of scenes, huh? Yeah, previously I achieved it here. But now... Well, I think I kinda achieved also a good end. The past, remember? So if I chosen to remember something, then I would have achieved, I don't know, something from the memories, what did seriously happen there. But it's nice, yeah, I did like actually this game, and that there are different endings. I always do like when the games where your choices do have an impact on the story, so that's actually nice. And here at least you can easily, return back to the story, so that's also actually super nice if you wanted to check out other endings, So, yeah, cool. As I said after I reached the 2nd ending, the game is great, I do like it and did enjoy playing it. So yeah, this game would be getting a thumbs up from me. I don't have anything, negative basically I have to say about it. I don't play a lot of visual novels games, but when I do play them, I, see that I do like them often. So, yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!